I started doing yoga at a time in my life when I had been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress, and that meant having trouble sleeping and having trouble focusing. And so for me, yoga was the answer that let me do those things again. It helped me kind of become my old self again. And it was something I looked forward to every single day I went to yoga. So yoga was something I loved in my life, and I learned about this idea of doing what you love and the money will follow. And I started doing what I loved, and now it's been 20 years since I've had to have a real job, and I've been blessed to be a yoga teacher for 20 years. I started just telling people about how to teach kids yoga, and that grew into an afternoon workshop, and then that afternoon workshop grew into a weekend workshop, and then eventually that grew into the 95-hour training. And that was a big relief, having the 95-hour training, because that meant I could really cover everything that you need to know to be a really good kids yoga teacher. That kind of reminds me of a story of one mom who came to me after her kids were doing yoga, and she actually kind of pulled me aside and was crying, and she said how grateful she was that her child had some skills, and she had walked by his bedroom and saw him on his bed doing a meditation that he had learned in yoga class. And she said that she was going through a divorce, and it was so much for her to deal with that she was so happy that her child had some skills to help him get through the divorce too, because it affected him as much as it was affecting her. And so she confided in me that she wasn't able to be with him emotionally all the time, but by him learning yoga, he could use the skills of yoga to deal with his emotions, and it made a huge difference in his life and in her feeling of doing the right thing by her kids. One of the huge benefits of bringing yoga, mindfulness, and meditation to children is that it helps kids self-regulate. And what that means is that kids know what to do to calm themselves down. And when kids feel confident that they know what to do, then they're confident going out into the world. So there's one story that comes to mind of a teacher who told me about one girl in her class who was kind of the girl who she always had to talk to. And she would go to the yoga area and she would take 3 deep breaths, and then she would come back in and tell her teacher, okay, I'm ready to learn now. The thing about the Young Yoga Masters training is that we don't hold anything back. We give you the resources you need. If we use something a lot in a course, you're going to get that in the course. So you're walking away with a deck of yoga cards. You're walking away with audios to use, and guided visualizations, and posters, and coloring pages, and coloring sheets. All kinds of tools and toys that will make your classes come to life and help you bring yoga and mindfulness and meditation to children. Imagine being able to get your kids calm and focused when they need to be. It's a fact that yoga helps. And Young Yoga Masters is on a mission to give you the tools to teach kids yoga.